What's going on, family? Hope you're doing well. DXB Crypto back in the building to get your bull market mindset on the way. Hope you're all doing well in this lovely Sunday. I couldn't wait to do this one tonight because I think we're facing the most important week of our entire bull run. And it's come down to this, guys. It is come down to this. I'm actually even early for this live stream. I don't know if you guys can hear me well. Do let me know. Yo, Caveman and First Appearance. We are gonna effing have the best bull run ever because I think the smart money is not smart anymore. So, guys, big up yourselves. Hope you're doing well. Of course, red for the Arsenal. I was actually away with my my mom and my sister came over, so I went to the airport. I actually missed the game. But come on, Arsenal. Come on. Apparently, we didn't even play that well. We are the fucking smart money. Damn right. Because we know they're setting us up. And I think as long as you know they're setting us up, it is absolutely impossible for them to beat us, whichever way you think about it. And yeah, Johnny in the building, Caveman in the building, Kesa in the building, small retest, and then fire. Yeah, bro, fire. I mean, talking about fires, the Middle East is on fire right now. And sorry, I don't know if you can hear this stuff. Let me just put my mood down. Guys, there's always the potential risk. And y'all guys talking about soccer. It's football, bro. We talked about it before. But listen, man, wonderful Sunday. I hope you guys are all relaxed, ready to go for what's arguably going to be one of our biggest anticipated weeks. To hell with it. Whether we smash up or whether we cool down, don't matter. I think what matters is we know what's coming. Better the devil you know, as they say. And there's a update post that I made, and it's quite interesting. I would love to share with you where my mind is, because sometimes it's all about the mind, right? Like, we are in a different, all different human beings with different levels of emotions. And I think it's important to all try to take the best from each other. Tune up, tell what was that party? That's an Arsenal fan. My favorite diet is celery. You guys are fucking legends, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think bro said, "Let's go, Dibs coming." Yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about. This is what I wanted to talk about, bro, because I think as far as I know, let's effing congratulate Arsenal. Yeah, we are the fucking smart money, bro. We are the smartest money because right now I think there's just too much information out there, unless you're just an incredibly somebody who's, of course, again, people have different degrees of crypto knowledge, but a small retest then fire. Don't forget to stack some quality coins, bro. You are 100% on spot, on the money, as always. Hello, Johnny. How are you, bro? How's sunny Portugal? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, let's fucking go to the moon, man. I'm sick and tired of all of the bearish sentiment, but I think, listen, to be afraid when you have an opportunity, I think the only reason why we would be afraid is you just don't have enough in the tank in terms of USDT. Man, Kobe's having a party, man. Menace to Society on South Central. What a legend. My brother Kobe is an absolute beast, man. He's always on beast mode. And for once, I'm actually ahead of the comments. So let's throw in this into the screen. What we got? Cardano to the moon. Yeah, everyone's talking about ADA, man. ADA must have had a, you know, I haven't seen, to be honest, ADA, like we were saying in the Discord, ADA to the moon. I mean, yeah. Listen, it will have a small pump. I think, look, there are dead projects, in my opinion. And I'm not going to say ADA is completely dead, but, right now, there's obviously better places where things could end up. In fact, ADA is just a relic from the past. I think Sui is going to be the one that climbs up the ladder. Yeah, we need to keep those fuckers. Oh, bro, yeah, don't even sweat that. Don't even worry about those idiots. We've got far bigger problems right now. The legend, the man, the myth, the legend, Joey. Hope you're doing well. I'm out of dry powder. I'm swapping my prime into CETAs. I'm very bullish on Sui, and I think the ecosystem is going to go parabolic before gaming. Listen, whatever we're doing right now, if you're even thinking about getting out of prime, wait for the prime pump, because I think we would get a market correction, and it seems to me more obvious as we look at issues that are brewing. And I would say, to be honest, bro, it's not a bad strategy, but I think the timing, I didn't prime, yes, yeah. So it's going to pump some more. I think leading up to the FOMC is going to pump some more. Alpha looking good, hash rate up 10x over the last month or two. Yeah, Shane, I had some guy who left a comment on one of the videos yesterday, and he was like, "Look, Alpha is not even the fastest, blah blah blah." And I gave him, I thought I gave him a really good answer, because sometimes people fud themselves out of decent place, and they try to fud others from making a sound investment. So yeah, I think Alpha is the only way up. ADA holders. Yo, bro, Pal had a fantastic. I mean, the listing is up on Mexi now, so it's accessible for everybody. GPU has always been a very good gem. Creo, of course. I just saw our discussion about Creo in the Discord, and that's huge. And of course, you are the Marvia King. Very good selection there. Very good selection. I think what's happening is the balance between $8, and I still think we do come back a little bit for many of these projects. It's not done yet, and the reason I say so, I'm always looking at bullish sentiment. So let's have a look. Let's look what we have today. So let's get this out of the way. If we were to have a black swan event, and I think it will be just a sharp war, you've got to pay attention to the events in the Middle East. Without paying attention to these events, you could be blind walking into those potential, because obviously there's also the whole situation with Russia. I don't think it gets out of hand, but this one's a hot war right now. This is live. This is hourly updates, and things could escalate. So we've got to watch that into the next week. Rate cuts, potential sell-offs, maybe something kicks off over here. Nobody knows, but you take the rough with the smooth, and you just get yourself aware of what's happening. Now, a lot of you have noticed that the attention right now is in the Middle East, but as the boys are saying, it's an interesting comment by Tom here. Pay attention to the conflict in Russia. They use precision airstrikes on us and NATO, of course. And Putin's not bullshitting. I think, listen, for most right now, we couldn't wait for Trump to come into office. In my personal opinion, and again, I don't stand for anything that Trump talks about in terms of his fucking nonsense about people, human beings eating cats and dogs. That's the worst of him. That racial fucking nonsense that he spews. But Trump is good for world peace. This is the man that met Kim Jong-un and crossed into North Korea. During his time, we didn't have problems with Russia. And a Trump presidency with will absolutely try and calm that situation down. Now, of course, this is not a geopolitical channel. I'm not an analyst. I just read the news like you guys. But this situation with Russia right now, with the growing situation in the Middle East, people are playing with danger. They're playing with fire. And I just believe that bear ain't bullshitting. I don't like the whole conspiracy side of just degrading human beings and just using the fact that people are seeking a better life to say that they're eating cats and dogs. That's the worst of Trump. The best of Trump is he's never started a war. He's ended wars, right? Despite his rhetoric, he's a very smart guy. He knows how to win an election in terms of touching certain sentiments. But like I said to you, anybody who comes up with that is just literally doing it not because he's stupid, but he's doing it for, and right now humanity needs him. I'm not even against the argument that this guy is going to pump our bags and he's going to maybe get the sides to agree on peace. Another banger here is that whole Taiwan situation. China will invade Taiwan. So yeah, these guys are up to no good. And I totally agree with you, but we've got to watch that situation. But I'd like to focus on the positives. And for example, you guys saw a lot of, the rise of money flow into gold. And that tells you that obviously big money is looking at a safe haven right now. Now, crypto ETFs, how they can challenge the gold ETFs legacy. And this is interesting. This is incredibly bullish for crypto in the long run. And if we look at this article in more detail, you would see that these ETFs are no joke. I think the bull market would have been different, honestly, right now if we didn't have the whole legitimacy of the ETF. So that's another thing. So for every kind of headline, the Middle East potentially being on fire next week and Russia threatening nuclear war, you've got to, as investors, I think if we get a perfect storm of the rate cuts, similar leading to dumps with some kind of a war going on, then I think that is the ultimate potential buying opportunities. And this is bullish. The fact that obviously ETFs are now challenging gold or could challenge gold. You've got another thing here. So JP Morgan CEO, this guy said basically he'd fire in a second anyone who was caught trading Bitcoin when it was $4,000. So you've got real institutional adoption for this cycle, despite the fact that a lot of people are trying to scare you into not being in crypto. There's a difference between what we're talking about in terms of having value for our portfolio, picking up, say, this token or that token at a much cheaper levels. But overall, this is incredible. I mean, could you imagine 12 months ago when Gary Gensler was just, setting up the case after case, and today you've got the head of JP Morgan saying he would have fired anyone that was caught trading Bitcoin at $4,000. And, he was making those remarks. Bitcoin was trading at $4,000. Today, the price is obviously, $58,000, $59,000, $60,000. And obviously this says, why does this matter? So his criticism of Bitcoin continued unabated. And, his his stance has remarkably softened over over the months. And according to a recent filing with the SEC, JP Morgan is reportedly holding a $42,000 of grayscale shares, Bitcoin Trust, and they're buying more Bitcoin. This is unbelievable. So on the one hand, this is the kind of negative talk that we're having. On the other hand, this is the most bullish. Big money is just eating up our crypto. And of course, ETFs recover. MicroStrategy has been buying tons of Bitcoin, and that's always going to continue. It's not going to stop. And there was one thing here from Lark Davis, who, for alts anyway, this is incredibly bullish. I mean, again, this is a sentiment that this is what he's talking about. But he said, look, Bitcoin goes to 150K, Ethereum goes to 10K, and Solana goes to $1,000. And obviously his argument here is Bitcoin. And of course, he knows what he's doing. He's been in the space for, if you were here in the last few cycles, you would have watched his YouTube, brilliant guy. And very knowledgeable in terms of this space. And of course, over here, he's like, ETFs are bringing billions in terms of inflows daily. Nations are disclosing their Bitcoin holdings. Meme coins are going parabolic. Altcoins are having a mega rally, and that's utility altcoins. And he says here, it may be a distant dream now, but remember, all it takes is few green candles, and that sentiment flips. And how do we know that? We know that because soon as we go a couple of green candles, everybody just rushes in to buy at those highs, but nobody will buy when it's depressed. So yeah, let's effing go to the moon. Let me just go back to your comments, guys. I think I've read these. See where we are. Yeah, Prime did have a pump to over $8. Yep, you're right, absolutely right, bro. Yeah, it's just it's undervalued right now. I mean, everything else is pumping. I haven't seen any external news as to why it's pumping, but yeah, Sui as well. Sui has done incredibly well. Let's have a look at Sui. Just went all the way up. I think there was massive buys for Prime over $9. Sweet. Yeah, Sui is also, look. Yeah, look at that. Sui is just, again, attempting to climb over that resistance. Sui will be good. And I think this idea now, I hope it's very clear, to make money in this space, the market cap alone is not the reason why you should buy or you shouldn't buy. Veracity on the way, bro. Soon to be part of the Tron DAO network community. Super bullish. UAE. Yeah, this is something that you've sent me a few days ago, actually, as the news broke, bro. And yeah, VRA now, Verifuse. So today it's up massively. I don't know if you've seen the charts. Veracity is getting on with its business. And like I said, Vera views. The whole idea of signing up with the UAE government, I think that's incredibly bullish. This is technology is good. Now, like I said to you, I did sell all of my Veracity from the last cycle, but the price performance moving into Tron as well, there's a lot going on for it, and especially if you hold this. If you hold Veracity over the last couple of years, I think you should just keep hold of it. And if you want to enter Veracity, there's a long way to go in terms of where we go from here. I just hope Sui drops down again and Cetus too. Yeah, that will be fantastic double play. You know what's funny? I wrote there's some articles I wrote in our group, and we've got like a Sui ecosystem page. And I think for best part of a year, I've been writing about that ecosystem. I actually had a watch list as far back as last year. I think we will get one more opportunity. We will get one more opportunity to make money in it. Bro said, would you buy a micro cap like Metados before the Fed meeting, or is too? Yeah, I don't. Right now, I think I have actually bought a, and I have added some to my watch list. But for those, I will just not really. I mean, at the moment, I'm not doing much buying unless it's unless it's a fundamental project. But something like this, I mean, I absolutely not. I mean, listen, the gaming. I would probably try and get a low cap gaming project just in time for gaming season, because I just don't know how hard these pump over. Like, if you wanted to make like a quick buck in it and trade it, yeah, it's just not going to do anything right now. I don't think there's a lot of money that it takes to move this. I mean, look at the market cap. This is 600K. So yeah, no, I wouldn't buy it right now. What is going on? Game of Crypto in the house, my bro. Hope you're doing well. Listen, let's go on a live. I've been keeping you waiting, bro. It's just our timings are different with the Pacific time, but yeah, definitely we're gonna have the Game of Cryptos here to do a vibe session with me, man, for sure. Harris wins. China will invade Taiwan. Yeah, I think we talked about that. Yeah, we need Trump. Pets being eaten. Whole cats and dog thing was nothing but attention grab. Yeah, I think it's sick in my opinion, because listen, you don't put label on people because of the actions of few carnivores. 25 cuts are coming. Well, here's the thing: 25 or 50, and that's what we were debating, or that's the update that I did in the Discord. And I said, look, in my opinion, this is the most important week in crypto. Fed rate cuts report. What next? How we come out of this will go. This will actually go a long way. Just need to correct that. Has been one of the most important weeks in our kind of bull run so far. And of course, we need to assess the market and stay focused. And here's what we need to know. Some are anticipating. So it's a 50-50 chance between the two possibilities in terms of the media. So obviously they put out a lot concerning where crypto can go right now. So let's have a look. What's happening? Look, 59,000. So right now it's 50-50 or thereabouts. It's not really clear cut, but of course they've been drip feeding the media that it will be 50. So anticipated 50-50 chance of possible two possible outcomes. One, of course, the 0.25 or 50. My expectation is that we see a 25% cut, but there's a split amongst analysts. And of course, they've been feeding us that 50 could happen. So, and I said, look, the reason for that is, although some would argue that 25 is not enough in the current state of the economy, remember, guys, is not broken. The economy is not broken, unlike 2007, for example, or COVID, right? So even though, of course, they've been hiding this, and the rate cut is an admission that we've been in some kind of a recession for a while now. I said, look, so my expectations, 25, and because things are not so obviously broken. And the bad news here is that we will see a sell-off in this event. I think we will see a sell-off, which is basically what we need to prepare for. And the more scary prospect is, even if it's just a sharp drop, we should be able to bounce back fairly reasonably well. On the other hand, if we get a 50 and send prices higher, I still anticipate this to be a retail invitation So the retail's positive sentiment will be exploited, and we will see a small sell-off. So what is my strategy? If the rate cuts trigger a market pump, I'm going to ride my existing bags, right? No FOMO. I will not be chasing any green candles, neither should you. And that's very important. However, if we see a dump, then we should prepare some stable coins or some positions that you've already taken maybe slight profit of. I'm not saying sell during the week, but of course, smart money will always de-risk. And it's very difficult to tell investors, accumulation for 2-3 years, whatever the case, however long you've been here, 6 months, a year, whatever it might be, to get out of positions and then buy them back. But let's say, for example, you're holding 5 tokens and they go quite ridiculous in the next kind of 72 hours. Put 10% into stable coins. If you get ridiculous green candles because that's selling the news event, you're starting to put yourself in a better position. But that's a clear profit, right? Like if you make profit on something, just remove that profit, ride your position, even if it's a small amount. But do not sell more than 10% of your bag. Like literally, that's stupid. And even better would be if you can actually have some stable coins on the side so you can throw that into the market. And of course, surviving that volatility, a lot of people are emotional wrecks, and a lot of people just don't have the minerals to look at their portfolio even way more down from the March highs. That causes a lot of people just to say, you know what, I had enough of this. This is going to zero when it's not. So surviving those days, just from a psychological standpoint, will be important. And I said, look, surprises are coming. Having a strong strategy will maximize your potential gains and minimize your risk. Now, mid to long term, and through 2025. So I'm very bullish. So my outlook is incredibly bullish because of the data. The data is saying that we are getting what we needed in terms of the rate cuts. We're going into a presidential election. So long term, we will be absolutely fine. This is a money printing opportunity, global liquidity. I mean, look, Bitcoin dominance over time should come down 56% right now. But you can actually see a lot of indicators here. For example, September's is still in the positive. It was around 1.5% in terms of this doomsday scenario. And I will see this to be a lot higher as the ETFs open tomorrow, as we go into the FOMC volatility. So September looks okay so far. But I went on to say, look, minimizing risks doesn't mean you completely get out of the market, but it just means that if you're waiting to jump in right now on some undervalued coins, don't buy. Do not buy, because I don't see the value. And you should have enough confidence in terms of your own DCA and strategy over the last 12 months or the last 24 months to be in a strong position. So mid to long term bullish, and the reason for that is any panic will eventually be drowned by the inevitable wave of money printing. You've already seen examples like USDT and the 18 billion that was printed in the last few months, plus billions more are set to enter the market from FTX recovery for Q4. And presidential elections, absolute scenes. So this is in terms of the in terms of where you are now, in terms of where I am personally, I think it's just about holding on to some stable coins. That's the logical conclusion that I came to. And of course, for anyone who's savvy enough to de-risk, you can de-risk if you are holding some profit into stables. You can just wait for the pump and then onto the news, and maybe the following days assess where the market is and take some money to the side. And then, of course, finally, we talked about the black swan between Russia, Middle East. That's just anyone's guess. Yeah, but I'm very bullish, guys. Overall, all this money printing's got to go somewhere. Don't forget, we are an asset to global liquidity. So yeah, man, that's how I feel right now. Based AI price prediction, I had a 2.9 a billion market cap at $80, but unsure. Yeah, very good question. And based AI right now, let's go to, let's have a look at based AI. I have, listen, $80 for me, I think is a little bit bearish, but as a base case scenario, it is not too bad at all. Because by that time, you've got to remember, we have a kind of benchmark in terms of how they are developing the project. And I know people are going to always say, "Oh, everybody talks about Bitenso Tau." I don't talk about the comparison with Tau. Bigger people than me do. So let's have a look at where things are at the moment. Based AI is not here. Let's have a look at the market cap of based AI. I think it's about $100 million, $1 million. So closest project to that right now is, I think, AGI, give or take. Elysium is what? Yeah, 111. So we can use that as an example. So let's plug some numbers in. Monthly returns. Yeah, prices. So let's look at AGI. I'm sure based AI used to be in here. Okay, let's do a manual one. Based AI. The price is, current price of based AI would be $3 and 42. So 3.42, 34 million. I think circulating is fully diluted as well, which is another bullish aspect of it. Yeah, fully diluted, 124 million, and circulating supply, total supply 35,670,000. So based AI for me is going to be undervalued if you compare it to projects like 34 million, so 35,600,000. And I genuinely believe based AI, let's see if we can apply this, 35 million. Yeah, supplied 35,600,700. So will $80 be bearish? 35,600,000. I think that should be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Apply. All right, let's see where we go. Let's go to Tau. Right, so 20x, $19 roughly, there or thereabouts, with a similar market cap right now. But if we go to, I think it maybe goes into the 4 billion, 5 billion minimum in terms of overall market cap. So I would say that's on the bearish side, if I'm being honest, for based AI. It'll be 50. I hope so, bro. Was rolling when I heard pet eating. Just getting Alpha and Casper now. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we can speculate, but and one question, knowing how hard low caps and the whole the crash after the dump like Tet or Miria went up to 10x and erased everything. Absolutely, bro. How are you sure the next pump it won't do the same? I never said I was unsure. Maybe that question's not for me. Salam, bro. How are you? Great show. Thank you. It's my altcoin fix, man. It's all our altcoin fix, bro. Like, just looking at these, I mean, look, these numbers are going nuts. Um, I'm ready to deploy more dry powder into the market as of next week. I think it's going to be nuts. Fuad, how are you doing? All the way from beautiful France, bro. Hope you're well. CETA is going to do something like PNG. Yeah, CETA is a fantastic call, bro. It's a brilliant, honestly. I feel like even at the current market cap and price, CETA is still not overly gone. It actually moves with it really does. Look at that. It just pumps with it really does pump with SUI. And of course, there's that unlock in 24 days, which we need to know about. And that's going to be something that's coming up. But hopefully, after that, we should have a decent run at it. Community allocation 48%, team 20% liquidity. Yeah, it's an interesting time, but I do genuinely believe this one's going to be from a DEX value point, it's going to be actually a good project to look at. And of course, DEXs are always interesting, but you're not looking at Uniswap or anything like that, but you're just looking at this to capture some level of what you call just to have the network effect of SUI. Tom Flim, how about ExoDex? Let me see how that's doing. Because Casper's launched the KRC 20 today. And you can see, obviously, this is now trading up slightly. Man, there's that price volatility here and over there. See this on the daily. See, so far, you can just see how the price actually is incredibly volatile. So there's some sort of price manipulation, but DEX is, like I said, DEXs are incredibly valuable. Casplex launched, yep. Casper DEX, absolutely. Cetus might be one of the biggest winners when SUI pumps. Yeah, I think also remember it may also react with Aptos as well, because it's not just for SUI. Justin, oh shit! Listen, they really wanna. This stuff is really scary, man. Deep state. Holy shit, man. In the vicinity of the campaign. Look, they really want this guy out, don't they? This guy is Trump campaign on Sunday said former president is safe following gunshots in his vicinity. No further details at the time. Trump spokesman obviously gave that. The Secret Service said on X that it's working with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office to investigate the incident involving Trump. Yeah, listen, another assassination attempt. I'm not sure. Is that what it was? Because in his vicinity, I mean, wow. So far, I mean, even Reuters is reporting this. I like interesting use of language as well. Sunday, and it says which two people exchanged gunfire outside of his Florida residency. Now, this is obviously developing news. Thanks for that, Pratik. Appreciate that, bro. Sosi said he was never in danger. So yeah, there you go. But everything looks like a moment. There seems to be, I don't know. This is obviously these are testing times, I would say. But hopefully we don't get any. Oh, they just tried to shoot him again. Is that what really? I mean, do we know that for a fact, or was it just a typical American shootout, Western style, between two people? Brilliant. So on the basis of negative things, you know, the patient trying to absolutely. Yeah, I think that's what they do. I mean, he's right now. I think his hands are not forced to cut further, right? Like, you know, there isn't that point of meltdown. But if we do get the opposite, then we ride the bags. Yeah, that would be incredibly shocking. Um, if they really wanted to fix the economy, raise the rates, but we live in a debt-based system, and the only way is to print. And the only way to print, and when they print, we're the recipients of that print. So I'm never against the financial system. I'm actually for it. It does create the American dream for sure. By the time America is ready for, you know, fully legalized crypto, I think, listen, good things are coming to us over 2 cycles. We just got to stick it together. Kamala has the immigrants and all the single mothers, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, bro. They're eating animals, DXP. Damn. Well, I think then obviously, I was gonna say something. You said don't buy alts at the moment. So when are you buying alts again? I think I look. The message is far more. You know, I'd be wrong to say don't buy alts right now, like literally, because that would assume that you've got obviously no crypto, and you don't see the run just in a straight line. But very good question, Adam. And I think to buy alts, I will always go back to value, right? So you can buy it. There are a lot of positions right now that are still undervalued, but it just means how badly do you want them? Are you buying it because you don't have that allocation filled? Are you buying it because you feel like crypto is going to get away from you? For example, alpha is at 1.7. Do you see anything? Could you afford to wait, or what's the opportunity cost for you to add more? And look, for example, on the here 63. I'm just saying, look, you can buy. Like, for example, is Alpha under $2? Absolutely. I've bought Alpha at 170. I bought it higher. I bought Alpha over $2. I bought Alpha under 120 and towards even the $1 mark, or slightly just below that. So it's all relative value. Tectum below $10. I mean, how far do you see the dip? When the dip comes, could this come back to, let's say, for example, 7.5, 8, just under 8, maybe 6? Nobody knows. But I guess what I'm trying to say is the ability to FOMO, or the urge to FOMO in, should be offset by what you hold, if that makes sense. And the only reason you'd buy crypto now is because you're looking for good value. So some of these are at a good discount, and there's so many projects at a good discount. If they pump, we should be happy enough to ride the wave. I genuinely believe that, because we're just not going to go in a straight line. I think alts will still have plenty of opportunities to buy back in. Look at, for example, OTK was pumping. Everybody said, "Oh, OTK is now undervalued, and it's gonna." I said it's trading in this channel. Now the next reaction is when it comes back to test this bottom line, what it does, right? So, of course, a better value here over here than it was over there. So the only thing I'm saying is sometimes if you just wait a little bit, you may get better entries overall. Like for example, AI tech, is it undervalued? Yes, way below what I consider to be the buy points. But now I just want to extract more value out of it. So we get out of this box. We need to see a finish above here, and then we can take that as a good trade and add it to our bags. But yeah, you can actually DCA right now as long as you're not going gung ho. I keep getting a strong feeling about ALF. Moon feeling ever since 1.7, but was too scared to buy. Yeah, very good, Peter. ALF is an interesting one because it's having a very good. I mean, the hash rate. You just have to look at the hash rate over the course of the year and see what's going on there. And there's big people now watching ALF. So around where it is right now, I think it'll form that support level at 1.7. It's just dipped below level. So 50% drawback here on this current move would be around that 164, 163. So yeah, I think ALF is just going to get stronger. They are eating pets, really. They do it because it's free, not racist. From what? So they got no food, Jeremy? Man, this is madness. Now I hear you, bro. Listen, people eat pets in the Far East as a delicacy, right? You could go to certain countries and get a grilled cat with pickles and chili sauce and a bit of garlic sauce on the side. It's just the way the world is. But like I said, I'm talking about at a statesman level, a global leader that's clearly needed to solve some, existential threat to mankind, which is nuclear war. People don't realize, man, we don't need Trump just for the bags. I think Trump is good for world peace. He ended the war in Afghanistan, pulled out the troops at least. He went over to greet Kim Jong-un. I find those things very valuable. I don't think the US has what I consider to be one of those classic statesmen now for a long time. And he just, on the international stage, he's absolutely vintage. Domestically, I don't know. Delicium, Delicium, my dream. Grade school, man. Lucy, yeah, Lucy is fit, bruv. Yeah. Listen, AGI is great. I think AGI is, I've always been a fan of AGI. Top holder donated to. Yeah, I saw this on X today. It's an interesting one, right? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this wolf. Yeah, I saw this. This was kind of trending on X today. 31. So even the price market cap is not insane. I think the wolf on Solana is pretty dead. Looks like it's Twitter performance slightly down, which is fine. I mean, meme coins are down right now. And had this fall. So yeah, I think it's a good one to watch. Thanks for that, man. I'm actually just only kind of looking at good meme tokens for the family right now, and it's another one that I've been tracking as well that I posted today in the group. Slightly much bigger valuation, but I think there's more to that story than meets the eye at the moment. Huge token. 80s outlandish. Yeah. Listen, I get what you're saying because $2.93 billion Tau was valued at 14 billion FDV. And this project is getting Tau. So tokenomics not the best. Real PG. Sui tokenomics, I think it's there's a bit of misunderstanding there. I think the demand for Sui, the institutional demand for Sui is great. Number one. Number two, between now and the bull market, Sui would be at the height of the bull market. It will be 37% unlocked. Look, there's an unlock here for Sui. Schedule unlock here, but look, it's tiny. For Sui, 800k is nothing, right? So all I got to look at is what's the circulating right now, and right now the circulating supply is about 26-27%. And what would it be at the height of the bull market? And that would be about 37%. So by the time, look, you're gonna have the meme casino, you're gonna have the X1. I just think that there are ridiculously bullish fundamentals. You've got Franklin Templeton, you've got Grayscale now. I don't know, but in terms of the overall this project, I think it eats any tokenomics or any unlocks. You'd see there's an unlock tomorrow right there, right? I don't think you'll see a, and in an upward trending market, I don't think that'll even be noticeable, especially if you compare it to what Solana did as well, going on a parabolic run, unlocking millions and millions of tokens at the same time, and capped supply. So there are tokens that can deal with that. And the big unlock here was earlier on in the year. That was when Sui went down to 46 cents and dropped below that actually slightly. That was a marker. But I do believe this is one of those ones. I've always had an eye on Say, but Say I think they're doing a V2 right now. And I look for news around here because again, Say had the look tomorrow unlocking $1.6 million, has performed terribly, absolutely terribly. But this is another blockchain to look at the potential performance. I don't see this doing what Sui is going to do, but I am watching it. Let's just put it that way, because if there's any partnerships, anything brewing behind the scenes, I think you then need to start looking at undervalued ecosystem as well. Gonna hold my soul. Yeah, absolutely. Look, Sol to. I was just talking about Sol actually. Yeah, Sol to $1,000 is something that most people think will happen in this cycle. It's a risky to me. Even absolutely. Look, CETUS is going to hold value with the the unlock is going to be very small. I think it's like $400,000, something like that. Sorry, $800,000. Doing bad, but still re-enter later. Absolutely. Yeah, it's not risky at all. I think it's on multiple chains. Can buy on Mexi Pancake. So yeah, it's an EOS. What do you call BNB? Yep. Continue. What's your market cap prediction, Bear and Base? Yeah, Johnny. Creo market cap prediction. I haven't actually sat down and actually done one properly, but I would suggest if it gets to between $500 million to $1 billion, I think will be incredible. Just looking at it from the top down, really. Boom, boom, boom. Was not an assassination. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. I mean, the man's the real Matrix. If it's going realist, no one was shooting at him. Hey, don't shoot our crypto president. Yeah, news catching up. Belter in the building. How are you, sister? You okay? Mr. Clint in the building. Evening, brother. It sounds so much better now. Yeah, thank you, bro. Like, yeah, I think that stuff is clearing up. Um, I actually went to the gym today after picking up my mom. So, yeah, so it feels good. What actual makes a gaming token do the gains Illivium did? It's going to be a number of factors. What would stop Marvia, Corpo, and other gaming projects from reaching that? I think, look, first of all, competition is very tough. Competition is incredibly tough this time round because you haven't even got Gonzilla in the market yet, right? Which is our gaming season catalyst. And then, of course, there was a lot less projects. Illivium was actually an outstanding project for what it was in the last cycle. I still believe that the team have done really well they develop the game, but I don't think they have many users. So that's always a problem. So there's many things, there's revenue generation, there's general sentiment for crypto gaming, which has been shit so far. And you've got money flow as well. So for projects like, for example, Marvia seem to have a list of top backers. So sometimes they need to pump the marketing. There's so many different confluences to look at a project. And of course, Corpo is a tiny cap with a very good product. So does the product sell? Does anyone give a damn about Sandbox, for example? So sometimes you need to catch some wild wins in order for that to do well. But everything does go up in the bull market, and we're just trying to take calculated bets what can attract money, basically. But yeah, everything gets speculated on. You're even scared of. He's a gangster, man. Walking the hoods like London or Yemen. Did you buy any KRC20? Fees were ridiculous. Hassan, no, I didn't. I listen. My overall sentiment for the KRC20s, I think they're gonna pump our cash bags to the moon. I think there'll be good opportunities, and but this time round, like last time, where I had like 3-4 laptops ready and I did the whole video, and this time round I just did an article, and I did really. I was out today anyway. May find better opportunities as things cool off, and that's what I said to the group. I said let things cool off a little bit and re-enter some of your favorite. Like I looked at 3 of them, and big up Muzz for Kiki, which is the Pepe on the KRC20, Nacho, and Casper. But to be honest with you, I went to the KRC20 spaces this week, and I wasn't too impressed with the teams. Majority of the teams were just absolutely awful. But those three projects I think are pretty good. Of course, Goat has a big community as well. But yeah, I haven't bought any yet. In fact, they should actually send me my previous mint, which I got charged for and never got tokens back. Yeah, I think Peter, look, they can charge whatever they want sometimes, and I think the congestion, and of course there was no issues at all. But yeah, it's just the network is just unbelievable. So bro said, so the last rate cut, I believe, was 2020. El Professor said Sui is not a good project to invest in. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's just a matter of opinion. Everybody, give us, if you think it's not good, give us the alternatives, and I'm sure you probably have. Big Yeti in the building. How you doing, my brother? Hope you're doing well. Casper Prime. So Casper, we've got Prime, we've got Injective, we don't have. Alpha, we've got Near, we don't have. Phantom and Arrow. I think you have a list of superb projects. Congratulations, brother. 10x on Alf since I started believing. Man, Alf is Alf. Isn't it currently $15 15%. No, it's not 15%. It's 26 or 27%. Yeah, 26. Sorry, bro. I'm just so much behind over here. CETS for the next 12 months. Let's have a look at CETS. Crypto rank. So in 24 days, how many tokens they're bringing? So they are going to unlock pretty consistently, and they are to be unlocked. So they have consistent unlocking to next year. So I would probably say, look at that, it goes all the way into, but they are not the biggest. You know, I don't think they're the biggest. It just depends who's unlocking and what they're going to dump. So they've got this CTIS, the early investors. So that's happened. TG, that's done. Sorry, yeah. So these would be, so these, they started to unlock. And they're still unlocking these. So these are early investors. So I'm sure the early investors will be selling in, say, if you're going to get into CETAS in 24 days time, we may not be on a just an upward stream. Maybe we're still going to get that parabolic phase towards the end of October, early November, similar to what we did last time. And then you've got the team and advices. So that's the linear. So that's 200 million. So 20%. Linear unlock. So yeah, there is a bit of inflation there for sure. ICE open network sounds sexy. It's fast, like Tectum, but people may not. People may not soft notes as much as the. Yeah, I've not looked ICE open network. I've not looked into that, Peter. I might check that out. 50% CAS, and then Sol AI Tech. Yeah, good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Let's go through these. Any good 50x coins, NFT, Shiller, what's happening? 50x, I mean, it's hard to be that precise, I would say, but I don't see why a project like Alf or Marvia or Based AI couldn't do that. Or you know, AI Tech or even AGI. But I think specifically 50x, those would be the bets from where they were being called. So for example, Marvia was projected to do something in the region of 9 billion in market cap. Not going to do that. It's if you get half of that, you still get a significant excess on your money, but there's plenty. Hassan said, right stream any good? I don't hold it, and I wouldn't advise to buy it, bro. Yeah, Tectum as well. Sorry, I need to add Tectum to that list. Thanks. The real depends on what. Big Joe in the building. Man City 5-0. Yeah. So ICP, man, if you bought ICP in the bear market, absolutely congratulations. Is it an investment for this point in time? I don't think so. From a technology standpoint, minus the Alameda debacle, ICP should be a unique project. I did hold it in the bear market too. I bought it and I traded it. But would I actually buy ICP now? I wouldn't. At this point in time, I think that train has gone for me. $8. I mean, if you look at this, when most people see this project, they just always just think about FTX. Let's go this on a longer time frame. So what this is what people think about with this project. And that's just so unfair. It's just not fair to this project at all. That valuation had nothing to do with ICP. Good old Sam just kind of knew what he was doing, and he just literally did this. So just spare a thought for anybody who bought this at that price. But it still does well for investors. The only thing is that $3 billion valuation. Relatively good tokenomics. Has a $20 million unlock coming up in 25 days. So I think, listen, look, if you look at the overall projection for this project, it could be like a 10x, a 5x. But I wouldn't invest in it, bro. You got in Sol at 15. I'm having a hard time swapping it for Sui. I think, listen, that's there may be even more opportunities further down the line to hold your Solana, and then maybe then take a bet on a smaller market cap layer one for additional gains. But I got into Sol at around $9. I remember it went down to 8 something, and then 9, 10, and then I bought some more at 14, 17, and I sold a massive bag at $24 and $28, $26, $27, something like that. I was there on that night when everything was just absolutely crashing. So it's always like it's always like one of these things, right? $15 to where you are right now. If you wait for maybe the $1,000, you could be locking in some incredible gains with Solana for sure. Did you watch the match? I missed it, bro. But obviously, and I might ask the question right now. But what do you think of Tottenham in the comments? And what do you think of shit? It's happened again. At $3 and traded it for gains. Ton at $2. Yeah, man. Bro, I remember last bull market, man. Like all the tokens that we bought, if we held them, I think we would have done absolute bangers. Like my biggest regret is selling Solana at those lows, because I even saw, look, I remember the night when Superman was saying, pick up some Solana for $3, optimum buy price. And that thing was sitting at $9, eight something, $9, $10. I gotta love Superman, man. Optimum buy prices. And they never come. Seeing its performance despite the chart is one of the best reasons I'm bullish on it. And honestly, if you've ever held, like, if you use the ecosystem, you actually get into it. Like, what was that YouTuber that just quit because he kind of man, I forgot his name, man. Jerry Banfield, was it Jerry Banfield? So Jerry Banfield just went all in on ICP and then sold everything and said, fuck it, I'm leaving crypto. So the first real victim of this cycle was Jerry Banfield, man. Big up Jerry, one of the funniest guys. ICP isn't bad. I actually think Casper flipping Bitcoin. Wow. If that happens, bro, look, from a technology standpoint, it may happen in our lifetime for sure. But yeah, listen, Casper, we're talking Casper in the same sentence as Bitcoin. That's wild, man. Imagine this is where Casper is right now. Big boy. And I'm glad. I think that's one of the best things I've done in the last kind of 3 years in crypto. Just buy Casper. And right now, I think just buy ALF for maximum gains, and Casper will do well. Yeah, good ask, bro. I think who scored the goal? Gabriel. But yeah, we've had like players missing for a while. Um, see, yeah, Jerry Banfield's a clown. By ICP. Oh man, he's a funny one though, man. I'm not gonna lie. I used to watch Jerry Banfield on his gaming streams, man. The guy is just like God's unchained because bear market times is different, right? You need entertainers in this space. You know, no one's gonna come on here and crypto YouTube's gonna be completely different. The bear market. You gotta have like, but last favorite YouTubers were, Lark Davis was always good at every cycle for the real deal. And the ultimate, I think BitBoy was just on steroids, especially when he was chasing SBF. That was some of the most entertaining crypto YouTube I've ever seen. Going into the Bahamas and chasing this guy. But I have to say, man, Jerry Banfield is a funny guy. Well done to the results today. Oh, bro, listen, man. If we sign Harry Kane as a striker right now from Bayern, just to rob the. No, I didn't watch the game. I'm gonna watch it back tonight, man. But commiserations. Listen, got a family that support Spurs, so I really can't go all in. Yeah, guys. So look, overall, what else can we talk about? I mean, look, September again, still positive. Could we finish September like we did last September, which is also another positive September? Yes. This is the BTC drawdown chart, and you can see here 2024 has the least drawdown in terms of this point of the cycle. Could we dip lower? I don't know. The stats tell me that we're holding up, and I think a lot of that is to do with the ETFs. And yeah, overall, look, this is all roads are pointing to the real Bitcoin bull run will start and end in 2025. And this is obviously according to the Bollinger Bands and of course major trend corrections within the cycle. And I think that's positive. Overall, I'm feeling incredibly positive, incredibly lucky to be here with you guys. And out of these legends, many millionaires will be made. I think a lot of you will make life-changing money. I'm looking at even like a small portfolio like this with any corrections or like anything that we can add to, every little helps, Tesco style, right? But, even if you had a focus of, let's say, a tiny portfolio like this of 6 projects, you can see here I'm very heavy on layer 1. So Sui, layer 1, Based AI, layer 1 and AI, Marvia, of course, gaming, Alf, layer 1, Tectum, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, soft nodes, and all of the above, and a bit of Brett. And, with a bit of Brett, I mean, listen, 8% is relatively large allocation, but that has also grown in dollar value. So I haven't got into the ideal construction of a portfolio. I think I have that with the private portfolio that I share with the guys, which is like kind of my millionaire portfolio. And that one is more, that's actually prime to, even at 10x, I think that one will, because it has Casper in there too, that will actually print for me. 10x, even I'll take it any day at that valuation. But the portfolio that I'm more excited about building in terms of when the dust settles in the next kind of, say, 4 to 6 weeks is this one. And I think any of these projects have a balance between risk to reward. And these have conviction, of course, in terms of their dollar value. But I will be adding to some of these positions. Now, of course, I hold Prime, a significant bag of AI tech. What else do I hold in there? Casper, some of the stuff that you don't see here, Creo Engine, and a few other projects. But overall, I would be happy to see that go 25x, and as a bear case, 25x. Because I think, look, people, if we talk about Brett and we say, oh, Brett's like, I don't know, when I bought it, it was on the dip, so the market cap was way smaller. But if you're going to bet on base, you exposure to Brett, even if you get 20x, we don't know what Brett's going to do. Could Brett do a Shiba? Could Brett do could Brett do a Doge? We don't know. We just know that the majority of liquidity in Coinbase right now is in Brett. Undeniable facts. So why would I risk a speculative meme coin? I can add a couple of speculative meme coins to that. $400 here, $500, $1,000 there, blah blah blah. Trade that into, and then bring the money back into these big boys. I think that's going to be a strategy as well in itself. That's what I have. RWA, majority of my money is in Ondo. I'm not going to add more to it. I think Ondo is going to be, I'm looking to get some money out of the market in December. So Ondo is going to sit there, but everything else is open, man. Yo, Ron Jeremy. Ron Jeremy, bro. Can you tell me a little bit about Dusk that Moss mentioned and why is it good? So, yeah, Carl. So Dusk, I've done a bit of research into it. It's of course great tokenomics. It's an older token, so it's gonna go, I believe, into its second cycle. But it's been in development for a very long time, and there is a ZK element to this, I think, in terms of the so 98 million. So it's come down. Mainnet goes live next week, so it will have a very good pump very soon. So this is unlocked. First of all, it's 100% in circulation, and fully diluted. Of course, it says here is of course is a 100% unlocked, fully diluted. So more or less, this project has no significant inflation at all. But I love the application into RWA, which is quite unique. It uses ZK knowledge to enable privacy. So there's a privacy element to this that basically is all auditable by relevant authorities. Now, it aims to strike a balance between privacy and regulatory requirements. And I don't know if you've actually seen how long they've been in development for the mainnet. And that's where, that's where the bullish aspect comes. So you've got no token dilutions, you've got RWA, it's being covered in several publications like The Economist, Forbes, blah, blah, blah. So they do market this. But the mainnet is going to go live sometime next week or so. Of course, institutional centric regulation. And this is one of the few RWA tokens at this price range right now that is actually fully diluted. So let's say, for example, in the case of Ondo, Ondo is going to have a massive issue when the when the circulating supply nearly triples. So this is just a hedge, in my opinion, against that dilution and taking something that's not actually catching a lot of fire or a lot of attention straight away. So Dusk is a very, very good RWA play. Don't you have Dynex in your portfolio? Yes, I do, in my other portfolio, but it's a very small allocation. My only meme coin is Turbo. Yeah, I think Turbo and Brett is where to go. Probably gonna swap that for Cetus too. Slow down, bro. Listen, meme coins have been the outstanding sector, in my opinion. Yeah, we need to get out of Ondo in December, guys. We cannot hold Ondo to December. Do you like EOS? I do like EOS. I don't hold it. And I think the gains have left me, especially from the time I knew about it in the bear market to where it is right now. I don't think I'll jump back in, but it's a very good project. What is the ALF you're talking about? What blockchain? NFT? Oh, Alephium. Sorry, I do apologize, mate. ALF, Alpha. If you want to see ALF, I'll show you what it is. I'm sure you know about it. I'm just playing. But I did a post today, which is doing the rounds in Twitter, and that post was this one. And I love my Casper Maxis for this because, I said if you want to make money in this cycle, you have to look at value. ALF is one of the biggest upsides, has one of the biggest upsides in all the layer ones. Just look where Casper is right now, and $57 is bearish. Alephium is unique, blah blah blah. It offers security of Bitcoin, so proof of work. You've got then the scalability of Ethereum, and of course it has deflationary mechanisms in the tokenomics that activates at a hash rate of 1 exahash. This mechanism burns ALF tokens, reduces energy consumption without compromising security of the network. And furthermore, proof of less work enhances traditional proof of work. So that's what miners are looking for. Miners have something that they can obviously be profitable with and use less energy to obviously less energy bills. So energy efficient, and of course decentralized security, sharding, very good, very very good. And guys, if you want to follow me on X, that's the only thing I'm gonna shill to you, man. Everything else is just you can follow me at DXB Crypto 1-to-1. I want to see more of my brothers and sisters over there. When I talk rubbish over there, I could get some some retweets and shit like that. HTM Adam. If I add an L at the end, HTM. Let's have a look. Where am I looking at anyway? Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say, "Way oh." What is it? HTM. HTM. Is it this one? Not familiar with this. Damn, it's probably not this one. I don't think you'll give me a chart like that. HMT, sorry, HTM, HTML, HMT. Sorry about that. Human protocol. So no unlocks for the next 2 years, nearly. The next 274 days. And yeah, I wasn't familiar. So it's a privacy, right? Privacy coin. XMR is actually dying a slow death. Sad to say. Year to date, no performance. Recently picked up in the last 3 months. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this one, bro. If I'm being honest. Gate, BitGet. Gate and Mexi. Probably a Gate launch. Humans AI. Is it Humans? Open source platform for hiring workforce. Oh, okay. So it's a specific Deepin project. There's another one that I used to look at last several months ago. Human resource. I think this is too niche. Yeah, I'll definitely pass on this one. HNT, yeah. Is that the one? Yeah. HNT, yeah, this is the one, right? Oh, sorry, HNT. It's like, is it? No. Bum bum bum. Helium. Yeah, helium. Sorry. Yeah, helium's good. It's gonna get pumped by the whales. Helium Mobile. Sorry about that. I lose stamina after a while, so yeah, I think that's us done for the evening, guys. So I'm gonna go for a nice, healthy walk. But yeah, thank you for coming on to the stream. It's been absolutely brilliant. All of you legends, small family, the better. Have a fantastic, fantastic weekend, and yeah, have a fantastic rest of the week. And look at those rate cuts, man. Good night, brothers and sisters. Of course, I'll catch you on the next one.